So I want to ask people now, why did you want to come today? What was your aim, expectation, objective of attending? I want to hear what the sort of, why this was an interesting thing to attend. What triggered you to make the journey up to the CMS today? You might have a particular reason. Mathematicians do not have an ethical code of conduct. Apart from the American Mathematical Society and the European Mathematical Society, they have a stated ethical code of conduct. It's a list, it's really handy, read it in LaTeX. Point 1, do not plagiarize. Good, yeah, okay, let's start easy. Point 2, do not submit research publications to 2 journals at the same time. Okay, we're really sort of tackling the hard stuff head on first here, aren't we? Right. Point 3, referees should respond promptly to all submissions to journals. Okay, I see where this is going. Point 4, editors should remain impartial, not let their personal opinions dictate the... Point 5, you should name all your authors and not leave off people who contributed. You see where this is going? The current ethical framework for mathematicians is the ethics of how to publish a research paper in mathematics, which is about... It's a thing, it's definitely a thing. In the... I haven't got the blackboard space to even begin to being. This is kind of the ethical issues that we're sort of facing, and we've decided to look at this. Have we thought about it? Okay, with the framework, good, that's good, but that's all that there is. There is no other ethical framework, not like in medicine or in law, where they have ethical codes of conduct. Even computer science has some of these. We don't have that. We just have publishing ethics, little tiny dot. But we can formulate a code of conduct. So where do the things come from? They come from people. Where do definitions and theorems in mathematics come from? From people. They don't just rain down on us from the heavens. We think about these things and come up with them. So this is something that we can actually discuss. And ultimately, you take on what ethical code of conduct you want. Because there's no mathematician card I can take away from you. I can't say you must follow this ethics or we'll fire you. Or we'll strip you of your mathematical recognition. So you all have to decide how you want to be a mathematician. And we can try and discuss these things and what sort of problems you'll face and how they might come up and how you might start to think about them. We also have reasons as to why they came along. I'm curious. Yourself and then. If you don't do it, someone else will. But you've got to stop and think. If you don't do it, someone else will. What's that statement equivalent to? If no one else does it, you will. What you really want to say is if you don't do it, someone else might. Because if you say if you don't do it, someone else will, that is an equivalent statement to, if every other mathematician refuses to do this, then you definitely will do it. That's the equivalent statement. So if you don't do it, someone else might, is the real consideration. But now you have power, because if you don't do it, someone else might, they might not. Don't think that there are that many mathematicians. Once you spread us out across all the companies, corporations, institutions, organizations, there aren't that many. Not many organizations can handle a depth of objection. A couple of people already say no, and chances are in a place of work, you talk to your colleagues. a couple of people already say no, where are they going to get more mathematicians? And especially if you as a community have spoken about this in 1A, 1B, Part 2, had lectures, discussions, seminars, you have some sort of, not axiomatized, but some general consensus of, we don't really like putting pipes through coral reefs. So, unlike many other professions, given how few mathematicians there actually are, even our individual objections are strong, carry a lot of weight.
Can I add to this that this actually happens, this works in the case of the American NSA, which is their cyber snooping organization. Every year, large buses arrive at MIT, Harvard, Stanford, and the maths graduates just leave with their mortarboard and their fresh diploma, get on the bus and go down to wherever the NSA is near Washington. The NSA is, in America, the largest single employer of mathematicians. By the way, just like GCHQ, in this country is the largest single employer of mathematicians. Post-Snowden, the NSA is having trouble getting enough mathematicians. They're actually having trouble recruiting enough mathematicians because there are all sorts of people who are coming out of Harvard, MIT, Berkeley, and so on, and saying, yeah, maybe I won't go and work for the NSA. I'm a patriotic American, I'm going to go and do something else. Whatever it is, whatever the circumstances are, post-Snowden, the NSA recognizes that it is now having trouble recruiting enough mathematicians. That's the answer to your question. Mathematicians can vote with their feet. It's not going to work every time, in every circumstance. There's still going to be some bastard who will go and solve the problem.
Sometimes.
But, you don't know exactly who, when, how, and we as a community can act as a community. And the American NSA is having trouble hiring enough young mathematicians.
Remember, this is not a binary state. It's not there either is or isn't a mathematician to do it. Because if all the Cambridge mathematicians say no, and all the other Ivy League mathematicians say no, and all the Russell Group mathematicians say no, then you eventually try and find someone, and you've got someone from Nowhere Land University in the middle of central Ohio who did 3 modules of mathematics as part of his or her degree. Okay, you've got a mathematician. Are all mathematicians as equally competent, qualified, capable? So now all of a sudden, you've reduced the operational capacity of this organization. You might not be able to shut it off completely, but you've had a real effect. The Google engineers did this. When they found out that Google was developing killer drones for the Pentagon, they said, and lots of them left. Courage is contagious. One person starts and dominoes can fall. So not a binary state. It's not it's done or it's not done. Yes or no, is or isn't. And I'll go into more details of the next 3 lectures will be a lot more case studies. Really saying this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. And then the final 4 lectures will be a greater discussion of what was going on and how these things, how these scenarios manifest themselves. It's not just the math, there are people around.